Hello everybody, it's Crafty Rhea and welcome to another video. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I hope you like it here and please do hit that subscribe button. If you're returning, thanks for coming back, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you did. Today I'm going to recycle 3 Christmas cards. I got all 3 of these recently in a swap, and I thought these 2 Christmas tree ones were really pretty. And this one I thought was really cool because I have an envelope that I had gotten in a swap that I thought would be perfect for this card. I mean, that's so perfect. So of course I have to do this card for sure. And then I have these 2. I will start, I'm going to do 3 different sizes. I'm going to do, this one I'm going to use an A2 size card base. This one I'm going to use a 5x7. And this one I'm going to use a card base that's big for that envelope. So let's work smallest to largest. So for this, I have an A2 size card, and it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I already cut my base down, or my mat. This is my base and my mat, and I thought it would be just a little quicker. And I cut the mat to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So it's just 1/8 of an inch smaller, and I'll go ahead and put some adhesive on the back. No, I won't. I'm going to have to fix my adhesive gun. It's been a while since I've used this, and every time it sits, I have trouble with it. I really need a new glue gun. Or adhesive runner. Let me get some of this off. That's a big globby piece. Okay. There we go. There we go. And then I will cut the front of the card down. I'm just going to cut it as kind of as close to the Christmas tree as I can, so I can leave as much of that pretty green border as I can. And then I'll see where we're at when I'm done cutting this. I still need to take some off the top and the bottom, and I will cut right up to that top edge of the tree, the top branch, and I will trim off a little bit of the base because that's not really going to matter. So there we go. We have just a little bit of trim left over on the top and the bottom, and we have a little bit more on each side, which is okay. I think it looks kind of pretty. And then I will adhere this down, and this time I will use my Elmer's glue. I have it in an art glitter glue bottle with the fine metal tip. This is Elmer's Glue All. It is not the school glue. If any of you have tried the school glue, let me know. I've heard it wasn't so good for this. It wasn't as good. But the Elmer's Glue All, for me, works the same way art glitter glue does. So I'm just in my glory with it. And I'm just going to adhere this down. I'll just eyeball it and try to center it as much as I can. I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm just going to burnish this down. It helps that glue spread out a little bit underneath and gives it a more even coverage. Then I will get my Bling Box. Here is my wonderful Bling Box. And for this card, I'm going to use red bling. And I thought I would use this big red bling. This is from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to go ahead and put it just across just the top of the flower pot that the tree is in. And then with the smaller bling, I'm just going to stick them on those little red dots that are on the tree. The smaller ones I got on AliExpress, and also they have them on Amazon and also BB Crafts. So those links should be below for at least for the Amazon and the BB Crafts. Just a couple more. There we go. And I think I will put a big red one at the very top of the tree. There we go. I like the way that came out. I think it looks really good. I got my Bling Box at the Dollar General. I love it. All right, I will set that aside and let's go to the next card. This one here, I already trimmed out the front. Some of these came without the backs attached, and this one I just trimmed down a little bit to make that edge even. Someone had recently sent me these cards in Happy Mail. And I have a 5x7 card base. And I'm just going to just stick this right down on that green card base. I think it looks awesome. Super easy. Now with recycling this card, you could stop here because this card already has some metallic gold accents on it. I think you can see it if the light hits it just right. But I'm going to use my Bling Box and I'm going to add a little bit more to it. And we have some red bling. Let me see about the size of this red bling. I think I'll go with the little red, and I'm going to put it on these red dots on that tree. And that way the little gold edge shows, because that is a metallic gold around the edge. And then there's some red dots on this one, and I will stick the red dots on the centers of these. There we go. Now you could stop there. But why? Okay, let's see. I have light blue bling, and there are some light blue dots over here, and I will use my light blue bling on these. I think there's only two. And then these are light blue as well, so I'm going to stick some bling in the center of these. And I am just sticking the bling down, putting my nail over it, and just pulling it off. The center of this star has a light blue, so I'm going to put a piece of bling there. Super easy. And let's keep going. Let's see, I need green and gold. I have that green. So let's do these green dots over here. And then I need gold, which I have gold here. I will do gold on these. That end one doesn't have adhesive behind it. And I will stick one on the middle of this star up here since it has gold. And I think I will put a green one in the middle of this one since that star is green. I think you can see that. And there's some gold dots along the bottom here, and I think I'm going to go ahead and just put some gold bling along the bottom. Right along that line of gold dots. So I'm using their design element and just kind of expanding on it a little bit. There we go. Put my Bling Box away. That's one of my favorite things to use is bling. And if any of you have subscribed to me on Patreon and gotten my card kits or my Happy Mail, you know I usually send you some bling in there because you just have to. Bling is so important. So what I did for this card base, I used an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I scored it and I folded it in half. And then I just trimmed about 1/8 of an inch off each side, or maybe 1/4 of an inch, to make it fit inside of this envelope. And this envelope measures 8.5 by 5 3/8. So I just cut it down a little bit so it would fit, because you don't want your card the same exact size as the envelope. This paper is kind of like a pearly look. It has a pearly look to it. I thought that was better than just white. I had gotten a big pack of this at Ollie's Outlet a long time ago. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut the front off of this card. And then I will cut the sentiment out of the inside. There we go. And these pieces I might be able to use for something. It's kind of a pretty cardstock, so I'll put those in my scrap drawer. So here we have the front of the card. So we do have some extra room on each side. So I have a couple choices. I have some of this glitter tape that I got from BB Crafts, and I also have glitter ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I think the size of this is going to be better. I think the glitter ribbon might be a little too wide. And then that wouldn't leave like any paper border at all. And then we have this glittery tape. It's like washi tape. And we would have that along each side. I think I kind of like the tape because it does give us a little bit of a border around the tape and the card. To see if I like that better than that with no border. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the tape. Now this tape was stuck on itself, so it has some extra glue there. So I'm going to cut it just beyond where it was stuck on itself. This piece is still good, it's just not big enough for my card. So I'm going to set that aside and I can use that on another project. This tape does tear easily, just like washi tape does. But I wanted a clean edge. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this down on each side with just a tiny bit of a border. And then I'm going to trim it off. These are my titanium scissors from Tonic Studios. And these blades do not get gummed up like my regular cutter bee blades do. So I really, really like it. I was having a big problem with that. And those little pieces I'm setting aside. When I wrap things for people, I use tissue paper and I usually use washi tape. Of course, now I can't find the end. I usually use washi tape on that tissue paper to hold it in place, and those little pieces would be perfect. And I hate to waste them because this tape is so pretty. I just hang them off the edge of my table and they'll be ready for another project. I have some more Happy Mail to send out and a couple orders to fulfill. I started listing a few things on Scrapbook Deals. I told you guys about that website a long time ago. They have all kinds of people just list stuff and it's really reasonable. So I had a couple sales, so I want to wrap the items really pretty on there. And I will be using that washi tape. This is a really big card, so I'm putting double adhesive all the way around the edge and a piece down the middle. Make sure I have it opening the right way. And I'm just going to set it down, kind of centered in the middle there. I'm going to burnish this tape down pretty good. Since washi tape tends to not stick as good as regular tape, I want to make sure this tape stays down. There we go. I think that would be perfect. And then I want to bling up the front just a little bit. So I have my Bling Box back. And I have some of the larger gold bling that I thought would be good in the center of some of these, like in the center of this gold one and this gold one and that one. Oh, I have another gold one. There we go. And then let's see what else I have. If I have any larger silver. I have these that have kind of a pearlescent look to them or holographic look to them. I think those would go good on these others. Yeah, that looks really good. Just to add a little bit of dimension to the front of the card. Now you could have used a punch and punched out one of these and raised it up on pop dots. But I just went ahead. Today I'm in the bling mood, I guess. Put bling on everything. And then I will put this on the inside. I don't really have a contrasting paper, but I thought I would put it on this this red just so it helps it stand out on the inside. Because otherwise it will blend in too much with the back of the card. I have gold paper, but I didn't bring it over, and this just happens to be handy on my desk. So that's what we'll go with. And then for the center of these two, I will just stamp my image or my sentiment. I have this one, may all the joys of the season be yours. I use this so much, and I'll just stamp it on the inside. With this one, I'll probably use green ink, and with this one, I'll use red. And there we go. We have 3 handmade cards or recycled Christmas cards. Super easy, out of Happy Mail that I received. I hope you enjoy this video. Please do give it a thumbs up if you like it. And also, please leave me a comment below. Let me know which card was your favorite. I'm getting really close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't yet subscribed, I'd really love it if you did. And also tell your friends. I'm going to be having a nice giveaway once I get to 1,000. That's a big milestone. So I want to thank all of you for hanging in there with me and subscribing. Many of you have been there since the very beginning when I had like 10 subscribers. So thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't yet checked out my Facebook group, Create with Crafty Rhea, I'd love it if you did. We have a good time over there. The ladies are awesome and they're always posting their work. And then also my Patreon, if you'd like to receive a card kit in the mail or some goodies, or to just help support me a little bit more over there, I'd love it if you checked that out as well. And all those links will be down below. Thanks again for watching. And until the next video, you know what to do. Go get crafting. Bye-bye.